Good. Well, thank you for being here on this lovely, frigid day. Crowds in here are getting smaller, either becoming less important or we have less things to talk about. But we do have some big issues that will be coming up before the Senate this week, in particular the Transportation Governance Bill, which we anticipate will be on the floor by the end of the week. This piece of legislation was already a major driving force behind the package that the governor has given us, but also the lieutenant governor and speaker are supportive of this measure. And I think last week's action by the board has even taken this to a new level. So we anticipate that that bill will not only be on the floor this week, but will pass this week. And we'll move over to the House of Representatives with our efforts after that. The House last week passed out the amended budget for fiscal year 2009, which was the culmination of a lot of work, not only by the governor's office and the members of the House Appropriations Committee, but also by the members of the Senate Appropriations Committee. And in that vein, we anticipate we're actually going to pass that bill out this week as well. So I think in almost record speed, we will take the amended budget and turn it around and send it to the governor. This is a product of us working very closely with the House this session and doing all of our work together instead of against each other. And I think that you're about to see some very positive results of that collaboration. The issue of Sunday sales will likely be up for a vote this week in the Senate Regulated Industries Committee. This is an issue that has been of great interest to some, and it will finally have a vote in the Regulated Industries Committee this week. And then finally, there were news reports last week about certain members of the General Assembly who had failed to file tax returns for a number of years. Senator Eric Johnson plans to ask for there to be a rules change in allowing the Senate to deal with its members who are not in compliance with our tax laws. And I imagine that will be an issue that almost all senators, regardless of party, will want to address. The governor has made his revenue estimate changes for fiscal year 2009, and we anticipate very soon for fiscal year 2010. And when those changes are announced, it'll allow us to go ahead and make the necessary cuts to the 2010 budget. So we don't anticipate we'll have to come back for any days beyond that. If you look at where Georgia receives a lion's share of the tax revenue, it comes from income tax. Corporate income tax last month was so bad that we actually sent out more in refunds than we collected. I'm not sure that's ever occurred before. Now with income tax being reflective not only of a person's wages that they earn, but also the income they may earn from investments, one begins to recognize that next year income taxes may fall dramatically. And if that happens, we'll be right back here again making very difficult decisions on cuts.